Hey, everybody, welcome to 13 Now from a News Channel 13. This is your own little special YouTube newscast where we kind of put together some of the top stories of the day that are cooking in here in the capital region of upstate New York and bring them to you live right before we bring them to you on the television. So you don't even need a TV or cable subscription anymore. You can just watch it right here on YouTube with your phone. Some of the big stuff today, obviously, we got meteorologist Winique Martinez here to break down the crazy weather that we've been having. And Winique, it has been pretty nuts, I think, today. And probably the last 48 hours, just all over the place.
Definitely. Yeah, we started the day with lightning, trees fell down early in the morning, rumbles of thunder, small hail. So yeah, we had it all today.
Yeah, so we're going to check in with Winique here for a full forecast in just a moment or two. But before we get to that, we got to talk about the actual news of the day. And as Winique hinted to right there, trees down. Why? Because of the insane storms that we've been having in this area. You guys got to look at this to believe it. A couple in Saratoga Springs, the Saratoga Greens mobile home community, were nearly killed in their sleep. Kevin and Karen Julius, their mobile home was bashed in like a dollhouse that your dad just stepped on. The couple only survived because they were not in this room where this huge tree came crashing down on top of their mobile home. They tell us they're thankful because they know this could have been a whole lot worse. The powerful storm system that blew into New York is believed to have sent a lightning bolt zapping down into this tree that was right by their mobile home, splitting that tree in half, weighing thousands of pounds. That tree came crashing down on top of their home, going right through the roof. Kevin and Karen say that there are trees around their home. They know they've been needing to be removed since a long time ago. It's never happened. Right now, Kevin and Karen aren't sure where they're going to be staying tonight because they both lived on fixed incomes and sadly don't have the ability to pay for repairs to their house. So we're not sure how long that they're going to be out of a house to live in, unfortunately. It's kind of a bummer, you know? Really feel for them. If you don't want to help them, we have a link set up to their GoFundMe page where they're looking to raise money, at least for a hotel room in the meantime. If you'd like to help out this unfortunate couple, just go to our website, wnyt.com, and click on the link to this story. That's our reporter, Dan Levy. He was in there reporting on this. Gosh, really feel for him. That's not fun for anybody, especially when you don't have insurance to cover the costs of stuff like that. All right, well, keeping in Saratoga, and a much lighter story, it is all set to be a very big summer in Saratoga Springs. We got the Belmont Stakes leg of the Triple Crown horse racing events happening in Saratoga Springs this summer in early June. Saratoga, of course, known for its horse racing. The Belmont Stakes, obviously one of the biggest in the entire world, is happening in Saratoga. And with that, we got a huge musical act that we want to tell you about that is coming into town. Who else could it be? These guys. You recognize them? Well, you might not recognize them without hearing them. We can't play the music for you. But you see the dude on the harmonica right there wailing away? Yeah, we're talking Blues Traveler. They are coming into town. We have it on very good authority, according to our Mark Mulholland. His sources are telling him that the Grammy-winning group Blues Traveler will be playing in downtown Saratoga on Broadway. They're going to be shutting down Broadway to traffic for the band, as well as other Belmont racing-related events that are going to be taking place in Saratoga Springs in early June. There we are, Blues Traveler. You guys, if you grew up in the early 90s or 80s, you probably are old enough to know Blues Traveler. Yeah, it's more of like a group your parents might be interested in. Anyone who's in their 40s or 30s, they know Blues Traveler. They're going to be, they have a number of big hits, including Runaround and Hook. Belmont Fest starts on Thursday, June 6th, but the party, that is kicking off the day before on Wednesday, June 5th. So a lot of good things coming to Saratoga Springs. And meteorologist Winique Martinez here didn't even realize that you had a Blues Traveler song in your own playlist.
I didn't. I knew that they sounded familiar, but I couldn't remember the song's name or the names of the songs, like you said. Like once you hear the songs, you're like, okay, yeah, I know exactly who that is.
Yeah, they're one of those groups where it's like, wait, what's the name of this group? What have they done? You have no idea. You even look at the artist, you're like, who are they? Again, I don't know who these people are. And then you play the song, and you're like, oh, them, that group.
Exactly.
I think Blues Traveler is a perfect example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a perfect example of why we need you tonight is the weather that we've been having here in the upstate New York area. It's been pretty all over the place, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, spring is in full effect, Steve. Like I mentioned earlier, we had a bunch of thunder and lightning, reports of small hail. The good news is that those showers are moving out, and we're not expecting any thunderstorms as we go throughout the night tonight or tomorrow. So that is good news. But we still do have rain right now on that radar with temperatures in the 60s and 50s, currently 60 in Boston Spot, 59 in Scottsdale and Schuylerville, 59 in Voorheesville as well, 56 in Medusa, 57 in Duanesburg. And with that low level moisture that we do have in place, we do have some patchy fog out there as well. Just a few minutes ago, this Amsterdam camera, you could not see it at all, but the fog has lifted. So temperatures right now are in the upper 50s with winds coming in from the north. Here's satellite and radar. That system is starting to pull out of the region, so expect improving conditions as we go throughout the night tonight. Look at those rain chances. They drop off significantly as you start your day tomorrow. Now, we are tracking a few isolated pockets of rain tomorrow, but nothing really of note. Tomorrow will be dry as you go throughout the region, and then we'll see temperatures start off in the 50s. We'll warm up until the mid 60s by lunchtime with mostly cloudy skies, and then that cloud cover will start to break. So with that break in cloud cover, we'll see more sunshine, and temperatures tomorrow will reach the lower 70s. So let's time you out hour by hour. Notice that that wave of rain will move off to our east with mostly cloudy skies as we go throughout the overnight. It looks good for your day on Wednesday, and here are these isolated pop-up showers that I mentioned on that forecast for Wednesday afternoon, but that will dry out with those clouds clearing out. By Thursday, we'll have another wave of energy that will work in, and that will actually bring in a few isolated pockets of rain as well. But I think that will be in the upper levels. I don't really think we'll see that in the lower levels on Thursday. Thursday looks to be mostly dry because we will have that high pressure building in, and that will remain the case as we go throughout the day on Friday as well. Temperatures this week are going to be absolutely wonderful. We'll see temperatures near seasonable, topping out in the lower 70s. So tomorrow is the first day of May, and I think we are kicking it off on a positive note, and we'll see those seasonable temperatures as we start next weekend as well. For the night tonight, overnight lows drop down into the lower 50s. With that rain wrapping up, we'll see a dry day tomorrow with a mixture of sunshine and clouds with winds coming in from the northwest. Looking great for the rest of the week with those temperatures topping out in the lower 70s, slightly cooler with the chance of isolated showers on Saturday. Sunday is Cinco de Mayo, and we have a chance for scattered showers with temperatures in the lower 60s.
You know, Monique, I do have to say, just on the topic of Cinco de Mayo, look at the weather. I mean, there's a good chance it's going to be raining. So that's a perfect opportunity to put yourself in the seat of a Mexican restaurant.
Absolutely.
Do you have like a favorite Mexican food dish that's your go-to?
I love it all. I love it all.
Oh,
Honestly,
come on. You got to take a side. I mean, I do love it all too. But if it comes down to me, if I want to go healthy, I'll usually go like with a fajita type dish.
okay.
But almost always, like when I was in Los Angeles, there's a lot of like mom and pop local like Mexican themed restaurants that you could just stop at and like get a big, giant burrito, like the size of like a baby. And I love burritos with as much weird stuff thrown into them. Like if you can put French fries in a burrito with fried chicken and maybe like bacon and beef and eggs and, you know, beans and rice and everything else, guacamole and some hot sauce. That is kind of, I have a hard time saying no to that.
Yeah. Okay. So I do love fajitas. I would say that tacos are probably like what I usually eat at Mexican restaurants. And then, of course, chips and guac.
Okay, well, what kind of taco do you like? Because I know some of like the really authentic ones, you can get like beef tongue in a taco. It's actually like a big, as like a delicacy, as you're probably aware of in a lot of cultures. But are you thinking like carne asada, or do you like el pastor?
I like pulled chicken tacos, possibly on the little, like a spicy, like adobo chicken taco. Yeah. I like spicy chicken. I also really love chimichangas, although those aren't really great for you. I love those too.
It's a chimichanga. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's basically a deep fried burrito, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And and a taco is just a smaller burrito, right?
Exactly.
It's that maybe minus like beans and sometimes rice. Anyway, okay, so Cinco de Mayo this weekend on Sunday. We're going to be having more weather highlights and more weather damage from across our area coming up on News Channel 13 at 11 o'clock. So stay with us. That's in a little over an hour, about an hour and 9 minutes away on NBC here in Albany. Hopefully we will see you there. If not, grab an umbrella, try to stay dry, and be careful on your drive into work because those roads might still be a little slick and wet tomorrow morning. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. And thank you, Monique, for sharing a bit about your favorite type of Mexican food. We appreciate that. And if anybody else, you want to spill the beans on your favorite Mexican food, no pun intended, leave us a comment here. We can talk back and forth. It doesn't need to just be like Monique and I always like having a conversation with each other. This is live, so you guys can participate too anytime you want. I think the only time we ever had comments, somebody was like, what the heck am I watching? What is this about? What's going on here? What are they doing? Why is this happening? Anyway.
Accurate.
Anyway, again, thank you all for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you at 11 o'clock. And if not, have a absolutely fantastic night. See ya.